This game is called Out of Action. It's a game being developed by one dude who goes by the name of Doku, and it's honestly one of the most interesting and cool shooter games I have ever played. The footage you're watching in the background is of me playing the recently released demo for this game, which at the moment just has one map, one game mode, which is like a TDM, a handful of guns to choose from, handful of classes, and a surprising amount of different perks, but all you can do at the moment is basically play a TDM against bots on the same map. Now this game will release in Q4 of this year with the multiplayer, but despite there being no multiplayer at the moment and just one map to verse bots on over and over, I played 3 hours of this the first day I got it. 3 hours of just versing bots. The game has some of the most interesting mechanics and just looks and feels so smooth to play. I was honestly mind blown at how one person can make such creative and satisfying systems in an FPS game. For example, if you're moving in this game and you tap your prone key, you'll go into a dive roll. Now if you hold your prone key, you'll dive and then slide, and you can do this in any direction. Crouch also works quite similar, but you'll do like a little dash into a slide if you hold it. And if you just tap it, you'll do this little quick step dash type thing, which is really nice for quickly peeking corners. Also, if you do a dive into an enemy, you'll knock them to the ground like a tackle. There's even a perk you can take that makes your weapon much more accurate when doing these dives and dash slide things. And on top of all that, there's a thing in the game called Core, which kind of works like an ultimate. You charge it up by doing damage to enemies, and when it's charged, you can activate it to enter a bullet time type state, where you and everyone in your line of sight goes into slow motion for a period. And if you're the one that activated it, you're less affected by the slow-mo, so you can do some really cool stuff. This game honestly makes you feel like you're in an action movie most of the time. But there's quite a skill to it. It's not an easy game at all. It has a very unique feel to it. It's something between a milsim and an arcade shooter, but if you were to ask me one game that it feels most similar to, I probably couldn't name one. It just feels so unique. It took me a couple of games to even start to get the hang of it, and I have tens of thousands of hours in first-person shooters. As for the weapons and the gunplay, they all feel really fun and satisfying to use, and are also quite challenging. My favourite was probably the revolver, but there is a sword you can deflect bullets with, throwing knives that are super fun to use, and quite a few other weapons as well to choose from, that all play quite differently. There's a shitload of perks that allow you to build your character however you would like. I tried out a few different builds with this, but ended up just going full move speed build, which was a lot of fun. Having higher move speed obviously lowers your health and your shield, but it affects your dive distance and speed as well. So doing your dive slides with like maxed out move speed is super fun. And not to mention the art style, as you can see for yourself, is incredibly clean looking and is hands down one of the nicest looking games I have ever played in my life. It also runs at a really high FPS and it runs really smooth. Honestly, I could keep going on for quite a while about all the cool shit in this game, but the demo is completely free on Steam. If you are interested, you can go there, download it completely free. And like I said, the multiplayer will release late this year, which I will 100% be playing. I'm not 100% sure what Doku's plan is with this game. In terms of like a game mode, I think something that would work extremely well is a search and destroy tactical shooter type mode. But the traditional deathmatch mode works extremely well as well. I have heard that the dev Doku made this game just as a fun project and to make a game that he really enjoys, which I can respect a lot. So I have no idea if he has any plans for a competitive style game mode or anything like that for this. We'll just have to wait and see. He does upload dev blogs and gameplay previews of his development progress to his YouTube channel, which is just called Doku. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description for anyone who wants to follow the development of this game. But yeah, this game is really fucking cool, and it's really fun to play, even if you're only versing bots at the moment. I can't imagine how fun it'll be to verse actual players and the types of sick plays you'll be able to pull off. And the fact that this game is just made by one dev and not some greedy corporate company is a huge upside. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase and talk about this incredible work of art. I'd 100% recommend giving the demo a go if you haven't already. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.